Okay, cool. Hey, go getter. Today I'm talking about the elephant in the room that my clients and those of you that see my videos of somehow find out about my free strategy sessions, that book your strategy sessions, the thing that you more than likely have been avoiding like the plague, right? What if you fail? You want to quit, but what if you fail, right? What if you fail? So I am going all the way in and sharing my, my personal experience with it. I said nothing about Siri. Sharing my personal experience with it, and hopefully helping you to face the fear of failure because I know that it's real, right? But I'm gonna go in a second. If you happen to be here with me live, do me a favor and say hey so that I know that you're here. And knowing what I'm going to be talking about today, if you know somebody else that needs to hear this because they've been in this space of, staying stuck in spaces and places that are no longer serving them, do them a favor and tag them in this video so they can get the goods as well. Okay. If you happen to be catching this on a replay, do me a favor and type replay in the comments for me so I know you came back through. And in case, I'm expecting to have some new eyes on this because you're going to be tagging people. Let me introduce myself. I'm Danielle, the coach. I'm a certified life and leadership coach, and I help millennial go-getters unapologetically break up with the status quo and create the life of their wildest dreams, their way and on their terms. Because in my world, you get to choose. You absolutely get to choose. Hey, Stacy, you get to choose, right? A lot of times what that looks like is millennial entrepreneurs that are still juggling a 9 to 5 come to me for support with creating their corporate exit strategy so that they can ultimately quit with confidence and leap into full-time entrepreneurship. I also attract go-getters who are looking to make some shifts when it comes to relationships, right? They want to improve their relationships. They want to quit relationships that are no longer serving them. Life is happening. And they want to get out of a space of allowing life to happen to them and taking back control, the control that they deserve. And it also looks like me supporting clients who know that they aren't playing big. They know that they're playing small and they're tired of playing small. They want to lean into the next most powerful version of themselves and see what rewards are waiting for them for leaning into their possibility and their potential. So that's how I'm showing up in the world. That's what I do day to day, and that's who I do it for. And that's also why I do it, right? If any of those instances that I just described spoke to you, if that's you, I want to invite you to book a free strategy session with me so that I can see what you got going on, and you can get fresh eyes and fresh ears on your situation and your life and figure out what it's going to take, i.e., the strategy to get you from where you are to where you really want to be. Like, if you could figure it out by yourself, you would have already done it, right? So I'm just throwing it out there. I want to invite you to book a free strategy session. The link is either above or below this video, depending on where you're watching it. Okay? All you got to do is click the link, complete the application, and we'll take it from there. So, why I want to talk about the elephant in the room today is because about 2 years ago, it's around this time, and I tried to find like the email earlier today. I was unsuccessful, but I know, like in my gut, that it was around this time in November 2 years ago when I got the notification that I did not pass my coaching final exam, my recording, right? And so why this is why I'm even sharing, right? And so I shared when it happened. Was public about it, super transparent on this coaching journey of mine. But why it hit hard for me in that season was because I had already quit my job, my six-figure job, to tap into this new interest and calling and purpose assignment of coaching. But I didn't want to just step on the scene and call myself a coach, which I could have, right? Because you can. There's no license required, but I wanted to be certified because that mattered to me. I was pivoting powerfully into something new, and I wanted to position myself to have some credibility. So I found my dream program at Georgetown. I applied, I got in, did the thing, and then we're at the end of the program and doing all the final um, papers and coaching and all the things, right? And so for me, the order of operations was, okay, I finished the program. I finished with flying colors, and then I'm gonna like officially start my coaching business, because this is why I'm doing it in the first place. It's no teetering. It's no, oh, I got the 9 to 5. I'm gonna do coaching on the side. Like, no, I'm all in. Like, it has to work. And so I get the news, and I tell you, it rocked me to my core. It rocked me to my core. Like I was able to make my way to my steps, and all I could do was just like sink into my steps and just like bawl. Your girl was hurt, okay? Because for me, time was of the essence because I was ready to like officially start my business, with the certification as like my foundation, and then move forward because I had a plan. So now what happens when the plan doesn't go according to plan? There's a wrench that's thrown into it, right? So I failed the first instance of um like the oral coaching exam, right? Which was, to say that it was a blow, that's an understatement. It's a whole entire understatement, right? But I want to share this because I know that failure is something that keeps my fellow go-getters continuing to show up in places that no longer serving them, continuing to do things that no longer serve them, and continue to play small and in ways that no longer are serving them because there's a fear of failure. So what if I quit my job and things don't pan out the way I envision on the other end, right? What if I leave this relationship and I don't find anybody better, if I'm by myself forever? Or what if I um, distance myself from a family member, and I can never go back and bridge the gap? What if I do lean into the next most powerful version of myself and I alienate myself because everybody's not going to appreciate me as the next most powerful version of myself? All of these things that we come up with when we think about making some type of change, when we think about moving our own cheese, all of these things come up in the space of fear, right? And it's a fear of failing or appearing to be a failure. And so, what I want to encourage you is that my this is what I actually wanted to title the video. So what if you fail? So what if you fail, right? So what? Go there. Absolutely positively go there. Think about it. What what would the series of events be, and what would you do about it? What's the worst that can happen? So I got something else I want to share in that vein, but I want to remind you about scheduling the strategy session. If I'm on your pew right now, if I'm on your street, if I'm ringing your doorbell right now, I want to invite you to book a free strategy session. Maybe you've never considered working with a life coach before. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you've never considered working with a leadership coach before, right? You're watching this for a reason. You caught this for a reason. You were tagged in this for a reason. This might be the thing that's been missing. You've been too close to it. And if you're serious about doing something different, in spite of being afraid, and you want to just put one foot in front of the other and see what's possible and get some fresh eyes and fresh ears on your situation, on your life in this season, and really identify what next might look like for you when you lean into the fear, when you're also leaning into what's possible, I want to invite you to book a free strategy session. Again, the link is either above or below the video, depending on where you're watching it, right? The call is for you. It's not for you. If you are just considering doing something different, you're toying with the idea, like, no, this is for people who are serious. So if you don't know that you're ready to do something different, if you're not ready to get out of your own way, If you're blaming other people for your situation and circumstances, I'm going to need you to sit this one out. I love you, but I need you to sit this one out. But for those who are, as I just described, I'm inviting you to book the call. Like, it's up to you. I have a few spaces available over the next few days, and I'm inviting you to take first dibs and getting on my calendar and having a conversation with me. It could all be so simple, right? So now back to me failing, right? And how you can look at failure, right? So what if you fail? So what? Seriously. So what if you fail? You're a go-getter. You're gonna figure it out. When is the last time something did not go according to plan and you didn't make a plan B feel like a plan A? Or maybe a plan D feel like a plan A? When is the last time? I know things have not always gone according to plan throughout your life, right? As a go-getter, we get up and we go get it. We turn failure into opportunity. So when I failed the test, I gave myself 24 hours to feel all the feels. And when I tell you I felt everything but joy and happiness, I felt everything but joy and happiness. Your girl was hurt. I wanted this. I don't know if there's anything that I've wanted more than this, especially in that season of my life. And so to have that setback, it rocked me to my core. But I said, being the go-getter that I am, I'm not going to discount my feelings because I'm hurt. But I'm not going to stay here. I got to go get what I came here for. And I'm doing nothing less than that. And I said, but first, I'm going to give myself 24 hours to feel whatever I feel, sulk, eat the ice cream, do whatever. But after these 24 hours, it's go time. Like, let me sit up when I take my foot off the gas a little bit. This is what happens. So let me get back in formation. Let me put my game face on and let me go get what I came to get, because there's no other option but to go get what I came to get. And like you, that's what we do. We figure it out. So what if you fail? You're a go-getter. You're going to figure it out. And as go-getters, it's not failure, it's an opportunity. What is the lesson? Pivot and go get what you came here for. And what you came here for might be even sweeter than what you thought if you hadn't had the pit stop. So for me, the opportunity in that was I had another month so I could retake it. There was an opportunity to retake it. Knowing that going into it, and knowing that typically in a cohort they say on average 4 people don't pass the first time, right? So I don't even know why they told me that, putting that in my mind. So nobody wants to be. I know I didn't want to be one in the 4. Turns out I'm one in I don't even know how many people. And I won't say I didn't care, but it was my hope that maybe I was the only one, because I didn't want anybody else to feel that way, right? So anyway, it afforded me an opportunity to work one-on-one with one of my coaches, one of my advisors, for like an extra month, to hone in on whatever was missed on the test and to strengthen my coaching muscle according to ICF standards. And of course, I came back guns blazing. Why? I had everything to lose. But there was no other option but for me to win, period. And of course, as you can see, I'm out in the streets coaching and doing all the things. So I absolutely passed it the second time. But on this journey, I've experienced failure. And guess what? I got back up, I dusted myself off, and I was relentless and unapologetic about going and pursuing and getting what I came here for, so that I can be in position to support people just like you with their next breakthrough and breaking up with whatever is no longer serving them, quitting with confidence, getting clear about what's next, getting clear about who they are and who they need to be as they move into the next season, getting confident and what it is that you're now clear about so that you can act on it and affect change in your life and actually make the shift and the transition. And then supporting you with balancing all of the things. You move your own cheese, you're going to knock something else off the wall, piss somebody else off. It's going to rock your world. So then I'm there to support you with balancing all of the things. I was intentional about wanting to be in this space right now to be able to support you in those ways. This is purpose for me, right? So what if you fail? You're a go-getter. You're going to get back up. You're going to dust yourself off. You might even give yourself 24 hours to soak like me. And then guess what you're going to do? You're going to figure it out. Why? Because that's what you always do. And that's how you're built. Because you're a go-getter. All right. I'm done preaching for today. But I had to share that because I definitely was taken back. Like, this is like that 2-year anniversary that I can never forget because it definitely affected my psyche and how I show up in the world. But like, what a testament to like, what if you fail? I did, and guess what? I live to tell about it, and I'm a beast at what I do. The test for me was a formality, but this is a gift that no test could validate or invalidate. I'm doing purpose work, and when you tap into your purpose and you show up the same way, listen, it's some of the same things in store for you too. So I'm rooting for you, and I look forward to seeing you on your strategy session. Again, the link is either above or below this video, depending on where you're watching it. And there are a couple of spaces left over the next few days. So definitely tap in. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. Schedule your strategy sessions today.